Thank you, Sabine, for introducing me, and thank you for providing this opportunity to put EuroDIG, the European perspective, into the global context. May I ask you a question first? Who is in favor for the prolongation of the IGF? Please raise your hand. Okay, maybe I should ask the other way around. Are there anyone? Is there anyone who has some reservations about the prolongation? Not purely against, but reservations. Okay, that's good. So, with more than 20 national European initiatives, Europe has the biggest concentration on the internet governance initiatives worldwide. And although not all of them are formally recognized as IGFs, it clearly shows that there's quite an active debate going on, which is meanwhile independent from the existence of the global IGF. These initiatives, they will not stop if the IGF will not be extended. All initiative works independently from each other. They are different in structure, condition, and each countries vary, and also the topics on national agendas can be quite unique. The internet governance debates are taking place on different levels, on a national, on a regional, like the EuroDIG, and the global level. And in this respect, Europe is united in diversity. However, there are some topics which are more often discussed than others among Europeans. And I summarized all the national European initiatives on that map and all the topics which have been discussed in 2015 in Europe. And we clustered them according to the categories as they have been used for the EuroDIG cycle in 2015. I think it's a good sort of a temperature of hot topics in Europe. The strength of Europe, in my point, is that we have, compared to other regions of the world, a very inclusive discussion culture. No stakeholder group is formally excluded. All are able to argue, also on sensitive issues, and at least EU member states are used to build consensus on regulations, on policy in a transparent manner. This applies not only for a single nation, but for a whole region. Okay, this sounds a bit rose-colored, but recent crises, the Greece crisis, financial, or the refugee crisis, are the moment when we are relying on those mechanisms. Of course, at first hand, the crises are dealt with on a political level. But civil society, academics, the business sector are not supposed to remain quiet and are informed. For internet governance debates, these mechanisms must elaborate. Debates can not only take place between states, they must include all stakeholders. And I believe everybody who is committed to the multi-stakeholder model would agree to that. I believe we should be more aware of this ability and become more vocal when it comes to regulation of the internet on a global level. Yesterday I joined the IGF dinner debate about shared economy. This debate was very inspiring in terms of speakers from the new economy, the level of interactivity, and also the food was very good. I would wish more debates of this quality would take place at IGFs or EuroDIGs, including all stakeholders. But when talking to some participants yesterday, I found out that they are not really aware or interested in internet governance discussions. Why is this the case? Is it because IG debates are seen as a talking shop and therefore not relevant? How can we make these debates relevant in Europe then? How can we raise more awareness in European national parliaments and among all stakeholder groups? Which topics are relevant for Europe? How can we ensure to conduct an effective multi-stakeholder debate? How important are output documents from such debate? And as Megan already mentioned, or Frederick, there is a discussion whether we need output documents or not, because then we're losing the ability to speak open-minded when we start to negotiate things. With the messages which are distributed on your tables at EuroDIG, we try to produce a meaningful, non-negotiated output. Let's discuss if this is the right way to proceed. There are also questions, these are also the questions to be answered on a global level, and the arguments we hear from various stakeholders are civil society, lacks of resources to participate meaningful. And with this I don't only mean financial resources, but also the capacity to follow up and interact. European industries complains that they have no voice against the big players from the US. The US industry argues that there are some panels always ending up in a sort of a bashing. Parliamentarians as well as governmental officials say internet governance is not really on the agenda, and responsibilities with regard to the internet are spread all over the departments and ministries. In fact, we meet the same usual suspects on all meetings. Organizing EuroDIG in Brussels offers a unique opportunity to work on these issues, and I would like to invite you to participate in the EuroDIG process actively. Spread the word and make the European voice a bit louder. It's not an easy task to provide a multi-stakeholder discussion platform where all stakeholders feel equally heard. EuroDIG offers some flexibility, and I see this as a chance. A chance to experiment with different formats, try out new ways of producing outcome, a chance to exchange openly about the digital society. And I would stop here and look forward to your thoughts on this. Thank you very much.